To be very honest, I was here last year. I had an amazing experience, so if I had to enumerate, of course, Malaga is a wonderful city, it's by the beach. But the most important thing for me here at Jay on the Beach were the people, the attendees. They have a very warming reception. I just felt welcome, and I became very happy to be here, and I wanted to have this experience again. That's why when you invited me, I was more than happy to promptly say yes, definitely. Currently in the container orchestration space, I think we have three major players, which would be Docker Swarm from Docker. You have Mesos from Apache, and you also have Kubernetes from Google and Red Hat. So they kind of have the same set of basic features, but I think at least if you see Kubernetes as a bigger community, you have two big companies behind the development of it. You have frequent releases, and just I think was the OpenStack Foundation. They just recently released a report about adoption of different orchestration platforms. And the one that was most widely adopted was Kubernetes. So you have a lot of different companies from different fields using Kubernetes, not only in developing or testing, but also in production. And that's what makes me confident to say that, well, Kubernetes probably is the one that has the largest mindset, at least for now, in the market. The fact is, of course I use relational databases in my entire life as a software developer. But you see, usually developers, they have a different view of what is a relational database, how they should behave, how some features, how you should implement them. And when you start to think about from the architecture perspective, and when you think about the DBA perspective, you see that it's a completely different world. So what I learned a lot talking to these different teams and different people worldwide, I was able to talk to a lot of different system architects from different companies, different DBAs. I've learned like a lot of new features that I didn't thought they exist. But most of all, in my book, I only collected the experience that people use successfully when trying to split like microservices, monoliths into microservices. So there were many other different techniques, but I only written about the successful one and the one that I used into production. So, and it was a brave new world because I was able to learn a lot. And that's one of the cool and bad things about writing a book. You start researching, you start writing. You never think that the book is really finished. I just published that because my editor, she gave me an ultimate. I don't care what you think. I don't care if you think it's finished. I think it's finished, and it's going to production on Monday. So if you have anything else, it should be on Monday into the book. And I think in the end, I think it was a good result, and I hope it's able to help many developers worldwide. With my book, I try to solve the problem about, well, I've already splitted my database. So how are the techniques that I have for integrating this data? But then people keep asking me the number one question about microservices, which is, how do I know, or how do I model my business model properly so I can later uncouple it and split that successfully into microservice architecture? And again, well, in this particular area, I have a very long experience. So about domain-driven design, best practices, and other integration techniques. So I decided to take this challenge for myself. Even though it was very painful, I've chosen to write another book. And I know many people might think it was a mistake, but well, I made a decision. I'm going to do that. And besides that, I also I talked to a lot of developers and different teams worldwide. I'm also interested about advanced A/B testing scenarios with monitoring, feature toggles, smart routing. I've talked to a lot of people, and I've implemented some of them myself. But I want to know where this is going to end. Don't know yet. So because DevOps, I think I've been doing DevOps even before DevOps, the term was coined. So since it's in this field, I want to learn more. I want to cover more things, especially if somebody has some good practices, best practice about that, and it can help developers worldwide to deliver better software and more safely into production, I think we should share, and that's one of the great things that I can accomplish in my job. As I said, you have this great community, great organizers, great volunteers. I definitely would recommend this conference to any attendee and any speaker, because, as I said, it's not only the city and the place, the people here really impressed me. People, like when you get to speak on a conference like this, you see in the eyes of the people, they are eager to learn something, and that they really care about being here. And that's the good thing about people. If they care, yeah, you already care, but you start to care even more. So just like one of the things that I had in my job experience, when I was younger, I didn't attend conferences, and I never had like a mentor, somebody more experienced that could have helped me in the beginning of my career. And I decided that I wanted to give the opportunity to other people to maybe I'm not saying that I'm a guru or something. I'm just saying that maybe I'm able to share some experiences that might help younger people. And I know that the people here in Malaga, they are very willing to learn more. They're very willing to become better developers. And that's why I think I am so happy to be here and participate in this great community.